How you doing, everybody? It's your man Ravage here, back with a new video. So if you guys haven't already, I'm now making videos now straight streaming with the DAW, and this is going on my new YouTube channel. So if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video, and hit that bell so you'll be notified with every new video that I'm about to come out. Okay, so let's get started. Let's get into it. So today we're gonna make pretty much a trap beat on Logic Pro X. So let's get started. I'm gonna first start out with pretty much I have my drum plugin that I have right here, Ultra Beat, but we're not gonna use this right now yet. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna first pretty much load up my plugins and start my melodies. What I typically do first, I start off my melodies, then I build the drums. So we're gonna, what should we use for today? I'm gonna use Contact in another video. So I'm gonna try to just stick with one of my favorite plugins I usually use. So we're gonna check and use Omnisphere. We're gonna try to see if I can find me a good pluck or a bell sound. I love Omnisphere. This has so many different type of style of sounds, and it just opens your variety and open your brain to so many different ideas with this plugin. So we're gonna try to pretty much find a good quality bell. So let's see. You know what? We'll come to that in a second. So we're gonna just start off with a simple ARP. Okay, this is what I typically start off with. I usually start off with an ARP, an arpeggiator. Then I use bells, and I add my pads and effects and stuff like that. So we're gonna start off with the ARP first. So. Okay. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna crank this up to 140, the tempo, and we're gonna have it to 4 bars. So I'm gonna cut down the sound a little bit in the mixer. Okay, let's see. Let's go. Okay, so we can start off with that. We can make that work. So I'm first left click in the edit bar right here on the left hand side, and on the left hand side, I'm gonna choose all and select it, and I'm gonna quantize. So this way, everything, all the notes and all the MIDI notes will all snap on the grid. We'll snap them all perfectly. So now I'm gonna double this. So how I copy and duplicate it to the next one, there's 2 ways I can do it. One, you can loop it like this. I believe if you put the cursor close to the left and you see the loop over button like this, then you can just stretch it. But to me, I don't like doing that. I just usually hold the option button for Mac, and then left click, and then drag it to the right. And now, then I hit spacebar. No, let's hit the play button. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Okay. So now we're gonna go again, load up a new omnisphere. Okay, so now we're gonna look for a bell sound. So let's find a good simple bell. Alrighty, now let's see if we can match this up together. Yes. Okay, so let's go. So same thing as I did with the first one on the first track. So I'm going to pretty much hit edit, select, and check and hit all. Now I'm gonna go to functions and quantize notes. This will snap all the notes together on the grid. All right. Alrighty, so now we're gonna add another omnisphere track. Now, the quickest way how I try to have duplicate when I add more tracks and then keep the same instrument, I hit this box next to the plus symbol. It says new track and duplicate settings. I hit this, and then to load up omnisphere, I go to the track in a mixer, and then hit where you see this middle one with it got faders and the buttons in the middle. Click that and it'll load up. Okay, so let's find now. I'm gonna try to find me a good sounding. Let's see if I can find some. Let's see if I can find keyboard. No, that's not gonna work. You know what? I'll come to back that in a second. Now I'll just load one more ARP. So we're gonna scroll down. Okay, that sounds good. So let's see if we can match this up together. Hold on. Oh, okay, now I got it. Okay, let's go. Alrighty, now we're gonna go hit play again. Select, quantize the notes. Okay. All right. I'm gonna name these tracks in a second. So now I'm gonna try to see if I can just add me a good sounding pad, and this should be it with the beat because I don't really do much with my tracks at all. Okay, so we're gonna go to the browser window. We're gonna try to look for strings and pads. See if we can load something. I like to stick in ambient, so we're gonna load up in the ambient section. So now we're gonna try to mess and see if we can find some pads. Okay, now we're gonna try to see if we can match these up together. Yeah, that's gonna work. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna select all of these events, push the option button, and then drag these to the right. And now with this loop, with this bars, when it's in yellow, I'm gonna drag this to the right as well. So the loop continues from 4 bars to 8. Okay. Alright, let's do this. Yes. And to go and click back onto the tracks so you can see the events, you just select whatever one that you want and it'll show all the events for that track. So with this one, I'm selecting this one and track 5. So I'm gonna hit edit. And I'm gonna hit select. Select all. Quantize. Alrighty. So typically what I do when it comes to me doing melodies, I start with the melodies top and then the drums and percussions all on the bottom because it gives me a better idea for me to try to have in my creative process. So you could do it however you like. You can start with the melody first and then the drums, or the drums then a melody. It's completely up to you. This is just how I structure out my song. So now we're gonna play this back. Okay. There we go. Alrighty. Okay, now that sounds fine. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna stick it like this. So now I'm going to pretty much name all my tracks. So I like to solo it so I'll know what to name my track. So I solo it like the tracks like separately, then I name them. Just so I have a good idea. Okay, so this will be ARP1. Now we're going to the next track. Bells. ARP2. ARP2, excuse me. yeah, this is the main melody, guys. Now what we're gonna do. Now, say if you soloed a particular section, but you want to play, you want to unsolo all of these and play all the whole track together. What you do, you just hit Command and then click the solo button, and it will all pretty much play the rest of the song. Alrighty, so now let's get to the drums. Load up Ultra Beat. So how I particular choose a set like with my drums, I love using the Ultra Beat drum plugin or whatnot, because it just when I structure it out, it just works for me. I mean, you can use whatever drum program, like drum VST program that you use, and I just pretty much import all my drum samples from my drum kits into this VST. So this is the stock VST that's already in Logic. So if you have Logic, you already have that. Alrighty, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to user default, drum kits, and drag and drop samples, and it will clear all of this out, because when you first load up Ultra Beat, it would already have pre-made drums, but I don't want that. So I hit the drag and drop samples, and it cleared all that out. So as you can see, I hit notes, don't hear anything. So now what I usually tend to do, I listen to the melody and then I try to match up with drums that I want. So we're gonna close this and we're gonna play the beat back again. Alrighty, so now I'm gonna look for some stuff that I can match up with this song, with this track. And how you find your drums is completely up to you and how you have your directory set up. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go to because I have so many kits. So okay. There's the kick. Now we're going to go to the snare. You know what? I'm gonna first start off with a clap, then I'm gonna double it up with the snare. Okay. This sounds fine. So, kick, clap. Now we're gonna go and I'm gonna get a snare and a hi-hat. Okay. Alright guys, so pretty much I'm gonna bring back up Ultra Beat. So now I pretty much have all the drums that I need for this track. Because I start with the drums first, then I add the 808 afterwards. Because the 808 is pretty much the bass is pretty much my final step towards finishing a track. So now we're gonna start with the drums. So I got typical trap drums and whatnot. So we have a kick, clap. I'm gonna cut this down a little bit so it doesn't be too dang loud. So kick, So I'm gonna separate these. So the first thing, this will be the kick. So I'm gonna name this kick. And how you do that is you select the track, double click, and you hit kick. Well, I type kick into the track. Now I'm gonna explode this and separate it. So all the tracks won't be on the same track. I want everything to be separated because it'll be easier for me to mix. So now we're gonna hit duplicate settings. We can do the same thing over and over again because I have 5 different samples, drum samples, and so I'm gonna have to do this 5 to 6 times. So we're gonna hit the clap, cut this down. Now we're gonna do this again. Now we got the snare. We're gonna label this snare. And now one more time for the hi-hat, close hi-hat. Alrighty. So what we're gonna do, I typically start off with the clap first. So then I double up with the clap, the snare, the hi-hat, and then the kick last. That's just me. So I have so many different ways how I make a track, and this is just, to me, this is what works for me. Alrighty, so now we're gonna hit record. We're gonna play this back. Alrighty, now time for the snare. Hold on, excuse me. We're gonna try that again. Alright, play that back. Hit select all and snap all this to the grid. Just so everything is on time. Alright, so now we got our hi-hat. So with this hi-hat, what I typically do, I like to pitch down my hi-hat. So I'm gonna load up Ultra Beat. So I'm gonna find my hi-hat. It's right here. In this notch, where this knob is right here, I'm gonna cut it down. And this will cut down the pitch. So when it goes from this, yep. So now I'm gonna pretty much load up my note repeat. So my note repeat, it's kind of tricky how to load up the note repeat. So like let's see. So this is the box like for pretty much the note repeater. So like here, like you hear the trap drums, like the kick snares, the hi-hats and whatnot. So we're here like that's what this is pretty much. So with the velocity, I'm gonna set this to full velocity. So as when we play something from 1/8, 1/16, and 1/32, of course, and then 1/64 and beyond. So we're just gonna stick with the like from 1/8 to 1/32. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna listen to that back. So now we're gonna double it up. We're gonna have 132. So I'm gonna record this over it. Alright, that sounds fine to me. So we're gonna go click the track again. That sounds fine to me. Okay, now we're gonna add the kick. So we just gotta feel a groove for the kick. So we're gonna play this and see how it goes. Alright, so now we're going to record it. Alrighty, play it back. Same thing as before. I'm going to hit select. Select all. And hit quantize and snap it to the grid. Alrighty, so now lastly we're gonna add is the 808. So the 808, I have it in, we're gonna hit the plus sign, and we're gonna load up the EXS24 sampler. I always use this for my 808s because I pretty much I feel like I have more control when it comes to loading up my 808 kits. So how you add like your own 808s or whatnot, because usually this is just gonna be blank when you open it up like this. Just a boring sine wave, right? So we're gonna hit edit. And then this is where your overall is going to take your 808 and spread it all over the keys. So what we're going to do, we're going to, now if you want to load up your own 808, just hit where it says the browser, the media, hit all files. It's going to take a little bit of time to load it. Okay, so now we're gonna hit the home button. I'm gonna go to documents because that's where I save up all of my drum kits. We're gonna find like typically distorted 808s because usually with trap beats, everybody likes that distorted 808 feeling. So, which I have a whole stack and plethora of 808s. So, what we're gonna do? Let's see. Now some of them will preview, others won't. So once you find an 808 that you like, I'm gonna bring up the edit window again. Now this, if you want to try to add your own customized 808 preset. So what you can do, you can drag it in here. You can just take whatever sound of 808 that you want. You can take it and drag and drop, and then it will spread all across the keys. Now, with this, there's two ways that you could do it. Now, like you can play it with the notes, or you can hit it on one shot. So you just hit one note, and you ain't gotta keep holding on it. but you'll run into this issue, right? So typically when you run into 808s, you'll hear this ugly ass nasty overlapping. Now to fix that, you gotta set the polyphony and change that to mono. Now when you hit the keys, see? Easy. So now once you've done that, alrighty. So now I'm gonna exit out of this. So now it's gonna ask you, would you like to save it as a preset? For me, I'll just save it. So bring up this, bring up this window, so you can just name it to whatever you want. So typically I already have it named the bass drop, so I'm gonna name this the bass drop. Well, you can name it whatever you like, 808. I just name it like 808 bass drop. So I'm gonna put this as 29, and now it's gonna be loaded on there. Alrighty. So we're going to now close this. Now we're gonna listen back to the track. And now we're going to try to put the 808 on top and see if it fits. Trying to find a melody. Let me see. Okay. So now we're going to try to record this in. Alright, so now we're going to hit select, hit all, functions, quantize. Nah, I don't like it. I don't like that one. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna record it over and we're gonna try again. So let's see. All right, that works. Okay. Alrighty. So that's what we're gonna do. we're going to quantize this again. So select all, functions, quantize. Alright, so the 808 sound cool, but what I'm gonna do, instead of adding this on one, I'm gonna take the one shot off and then put it back on note. So the 808 would stop when, if I have a breakdown and I just want the kick and the snare to come in. I don't want the leftover tail of the 808 to come in. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hit edit again. Now I'm gonna take one shot off, close it, save, and now it goes right back to note. So I'm gonna take these notes and I'm gonna stretch them. Alrighty. Zoom in so I can get a better look. Okay. All right. Alrighty, so now we're gonna play this back and see how it sounds now. Well, that's pretty much the whole beat. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna structure this. Now how to zoom out, how to zoom in, like in this angle. You just gotta dial you gotta have the dial this way to enhance it, and this one to make it shorter, just make it shrink. And to widen it, you hit this dial, so you can bring it to the left to make it further, and then close up to the right. So we're gonna make this further, so I can stretch this. And now I'm gonna start arranging. Now, typically, how you arrange a beat, it's completely up to you. So, like, I'm just gonna arrange it to my liking, and then we'll pretty much then I'm gonna add my tag, and then pretty much the beat is done. I'll call it a day. So, let's finish this up. So if you're trying to add, like, take out bars and stuff to, like some of the instruments that you want to take out to lead the verses, how you do that, you hit this one, you change the cursor, like left click and hit eraser tool. So it changed from the pointer tool to the eraser tool. And then and select the ones that you want to get rid of. this bass drop real quick. Now you see what I did there, right? So I took the one shot off, and so now when the 808 hits, it's gonna stop right here. So it's not, the tail won't continue. All right, so now I'm gonna push this to the right for about, I would say, for a good amount, like 8 bars. So now I'm gonna select just some just random ass instruments, and just to make the intro. So I'm gonna select, hold Options, and drag it to the left. Now you should just play those. Now I'm gonna add my tag. So pretty much the same easy way how you can add and drag samples. So like I said, you just hit this browser window, then you just scroll in with your documents or whatever directory that you put your samples, like your tags and stuff like that.
Ravage on the beat.
I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna drag it in there. So that's pretty much the beat, guys. So now I'm just gonna name this to, see how fast I work, and I haven't even saved the project yet. So I'm gonna name this to Black Stars. Alrighty, I just named it whatever. So alrighty, so that's pretty much the beat. So please comment, rate, subscribe. Tell me how you guys feel about this video, if you guys like the beat or not. And like I said, this is how I'm doing it this way. It's completely new to me. So I'm gonna try to regularly do this every Saturday. And then pretty much that's why I'm trying to step my game up when it comes to uploads. So I gotta really discipline myself. So at least almost every Saturday, I'm going to do an upload. So, thank you guys for watching. Please comment, share, like this video, subscribe, and do all that. See you later. So I'm just going to play the beat for a little bit. And then we're going to cut this video out. So, thanks for watching.
Ravage on the beat. Ravage on the beat.